It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
And welcome to the realm of geekdom. This is nerd breaking news. Here we are for day 3 of CinemaCon, and we have the whole crew ready to talk about it. So before you do that, let's make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, follow us all on all of our social media links that you have on the page. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. One of the biggest ones that I really wanted to cover is the new addition to the new series of Meet the Fuckers, which will be Fucker-in-Law. We got our first official trailer. And before we do that, let me just make sure something. All right, perfect. Let's add that back. All right, are you guys able to hear it?
No, I was gonna say there's no audio.
No, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, let me fix that. Just a small technical difficulty, guys. My bad.
I can't believe you're still making that movie though. Like,
I'm actually excited about it because I love the series.
Same.
Really?
So for me, it's like now you're gonna bring.
I'm not a Ben Stiller fan.
Right.
Oh my god. I have questions.
I could understand. I could understand the kid, but the movie's not only him. So.
No, yeah, Robert De Niro is one of my goats. He's obviously one of my favorite actors. But I'm talking about like Ben Stiller, that comedy that he does, not for me.
Hater.
His dad's better. His dad is better.
Don't worry. I test all the potential new family members with this machine. Is your name Olivia Jones?
Yes.
You love Henry Fokker?
Very much.
Do you have a positive impression of Henry's family so far?
Yes.
Hello. Hey, the old machine. It's funny to be on the outside. Used to being in the hot seat.
Would you like to ask me some questions, Greg?
Okay, Olivia, do you think I hold Henry emotionally hostage?
I mean, yeah. You call him Wee Wee?
Wee Wee?
What is that, like a joke about his Wee Wee?
Oh, nope, no jokes about Henry's little penis. I mean, not little. You probably have more up-to-date info on it. I haven't seen it for a while, so.
Dad, please stop talking.
All right. What do you think of Olivia?
She's adorable, so smart.
Good boy.
He likes you. With one sniff, dogs can tell more about a person's character than a human could. You stepped inside I don't know if you were aware, Greg, but when we first met, I didn't think you were good enough for my pancake.
Yeah, I didn't notice.
But Olivia's a powerhouse.
People underestimate me, but actually, I was an FBI hostage negotiator.
Oh.
Badass.
Here comes the airplane.
I pulled the strings of the hostage takers, like strategic, emotional puppetry. That's how I'm gonna free Henry from you, Greg. Oh my god.
What do we do?
Oh my God, you baby birdie, Grandpa Jay.
I'm gonna ask Olivia to marry me.
What?
Hey, you sure she's the one?
Dad. Why?
I'm a little worried about Henry. He's so innocent, and she's trained to manipulate people.
I love the lengths that you go to for your mishpucha.
Mishpucha. That means family in Yiddish. I know.
I'm not that easy to tell.
I'm considering inviting Olivia into the circle of trust.
Look at the guns on this guy.
Well, thank you for noticing.
She can't just waltz in there. I worked my ass off to get in there.
Should be an interesting weekend.
Are you not entertained?
Race to the end?
Let's do it.
Oh, gas don't brace ya. Got him going insane.
I thought this would be an opportunity to get to know me, to bond.
How do you bond with an emotional puppeteer? I won't be your little
Pinocchio, Geppetto, evil Geppetto.
I'm a real boy. What the hell's the matter with you, Fokker?
All right. So I think this is the first time we're all seeing this trailer right now. What are your first reactions to it? Let's go to our boy Eagle. He looks excited about this.
Oh, I wanted to hear the kid. I wanted to hear the kid so bad. Let's just pass it to him.
Okay.
He looks excited.
He was smiling throughout the trailer.
Get me out of the Ben Stiller world in FanDuel. Is that, by the way, isn't that Owen Wilson there? Doesn't the professor love him from Owen Wilson?
I do not.
Okay, I just said it's unfortunate how some of the actors I don't like. That tall, long hair kid, he's from Stranger Things. He sucked. he was one of the worst actors there in season 4. The little girl, I think it's a sister who is Ben Stiller, the daughter of Ben Stiller. She's always been annoying in every movie she's in. This looks like a movie that I would never watch again. It's that, you know what it is? It's that comedy, that something about Mary comedy type vibe that I just never liked. It's just not my comedy. It's just I don't know. Ben Stiller wasn't always. Oh man, it also feels like it's gone too far. I get it, right? The whole name Fokker and the whole idea of saying that, and it was always that little gag in all the movies. The stick has gone too far. This is clearly they added Adriana Grande to make some money here. Robert De Niro as he's one of my Rushmore. This man has embarrassed himself the last 20 years making films like this. This is bad. And Ben Stiller is the epitome of not funny. And that's probably the best I can say.
All right. Now that we have the hater out of the way, Eagle, go ahead and tell us your reaction.
Yeah, people like the kid. I'll give you this. I understand the criticism of Ben Stiller. I'm not also a fan of his way of making comedy. I think it's a little bit weird, and I think some of the jokes are just basically forced. I don't know. The trailer showed some one-liners, like the whole thing about Pinocchio. I thought that was funny. What I do like is the whole dynamic. The fucker-in-law. There's another new person coming in. That's my kid. He's obviously emotionally attached to him, to the point where it's completely unhealthy and disgusting at the same time. So yeah, sure, I would love to see that. I loved the previous movies as well. I thought they were funny. And I think it's one of the few movies who make fun and they make fun of the family not traditions but dynamics. Funny enough that you're like, yeah, I can see that happening. Families are crazy because that's what this movie is all about. Families are crazy. We want to see how people make fun of crazy families. Is my family as crazy as the Fockers? Probably not. Yours probably isn't. But you can see yourself in some of these weird situations. So for that reason, it's one for me on my list. Is one of those movies that I would watch on a Saturday night with my wife. But clearly the kid just doesn't agree. Professor, what do you think?
I watch actual comedies.
So for me,
comedies do not exist anymore. Sorry, Professor, I have to tell the kid. Comedies do not exist anymore.
Yeah, we should be excited that we actually have a comedy coming out in theaters.
Just letting you know.
Ben Stiller sucks. Go ahead.
So there's something about Mary. It's one of my favorite comedies of all time.
No.
So I don't generally like Ben Stiller. For me, it's hit or miss. But
we all don't like Ben Stiller. What are we doing here?
Oh no,
I
no,
like
no,
Ben
no,
Stiller.
no,
Hold on.
no.
Tropic Thunder was trash.
No. Did you say Tropic Thunder?
Trash.
What?
Robert Downey Jr.
love that
arrested for that movie alone.
The kid is turning this into a we all hate Ben Stiller.
Oh
my God.
Let's look at Ben Stiller's filmography. You're gonna see L.
I don't think that's true.
I don't think so either.
What I said was for Ben Stiller, it's hit or miss. When he misses, he misses. So for me, I don't like Zoolander. But if you're talking to me about Tropic Thunder, Meet the Fockers, and there's something about Mary, I'm there all the time. When it comes to Meet the Fockers and that whole series, I've liked each one of them. And to me, this one looks pretty good. And I'm fairly certain that my fiance would want to see it, which means I'll probably end up seeing it multiple times. So there you have it. That's it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I personally am excited about this film. I am a Ben Stiller fan. I love all his films, even Zoolander. I thought it was hilarious. It's this old school kind of like 90s kind of like comedy, and the fact that we're starting to see this coming back, and we haven't had a real good comedy in years to show up in theaters. For me, this is kind of exciting. It's something, it's a throwback, but it's something refreshing as well in theaters. That's how I'm seeing it. And why not bring the fuckers back into the limelight? Give me Ben Stiller, give me De Niro, throw out Ariana Grande. I think this film is gonna be amazing.
The kid is such a hater that he's literally about to say the only thing that we're missing in this movie is Vince Vaughn, and we don't like him either.
Who?
Yep.
Vince Vaughn.
Exactly.
I'd rather take Vince Vaughn over Ben Stiller.
There you go.
I'd rather take Vince Vaughn. Ben Stiller is such a scrub, man. He has been bad for 20 years. He has embezzled the Hollywood. He should be arrested tomorrow or whatever.
Oh my god!
All right, give me a second to set up.
Now
So
we
the
know how you
next one
feel.
that we have.
His dad is better. Seinfeld.
I mean, just because your dad's better or something doesn't mean that you're bad.
That's sad.
Not at all.
Correct. Exactly.
That's sad. You should be better.
All right.
We-
the next
we-
one is DreamWorks. DreamWorks came out. Well, they didn't come out. They gave us more information about this film, Forgotten Island. Me and the kid actually saw like the first trailer when we went to go see the Mario film just a few weeks ago. So there really is just an update of what's going on. If you haven't seen it, we're going to jump right into it and let you guys enjoy this trailer as well.
I'm Joe. I'm Isa. Do you want to be best friends? Cool.
Let's make it official.
Sorry, I can't do a blood oath.
I'm not a psycho.
I've never had a best friend before. Me neither. Let's go.
We're gonna be best friends forever. Right?
Forever and ever.
You don't have to go all the way to the US for school.
It's what my parents want.
It shouldn't be their choice. It's your life. But hey, we made some good memories. Risa! Something's happening! No way.
Won't you come to me? I'll be alone.
Hold on!
Won't you come to me about me?
Where are we?
The Forgotten Island is a dangerous place. The longer you're here, the more memories you'll forget.
We would forget everything, even each other.
Forget about me.
This is our entire friendship.
We gotta find our way back home.
Don't you forget about me.
We're running out of time!
Hey, it's okay. Listen to me, Risa. I just have one question for you. Who let the dogs out?
No, not right now.
Come on, answer the question. Who let the dogs out? Who?
Okay, thank you.
We need a game plan!
All right, so let's go ahead and jump in right there and tell us, what do you guys think about this film? Kid.
Exactly what I told you when we watched Galaxy. I just looked at you and I said, anyways. I'd rather watch Ben Stiller.
After you went on the tirade.
That's how bad. But again, it's not for me. Jokes aside, it feels like it's a teenage-driven film. It doesn't. I don't think it necessarily for those little kids to watch Galaxy and and Minions. It feels like it's a 17, 16-year-old kid kind of teen film. It's unique in the sense that it's two female best friends. So that's pretty cool. The fact that they go to the dinosaur world and stuff, that's where they lost me. I was like,
the Forgotten Island.
Yeah, the first 20 seconds was probably the best part of the trailer. Once they go to like X, Y, and Z, hi Leonie. Once they go to X, Y, and Z, it just becomes whatever.
I don't know. I actually like the whole idea of this film. You could tell they're gonna play on that emotional heartstring, especially like the song itself that they chose. Don't You Forget About Me. Like that kind of gives you the premises of what this movie was about to be. And of course, when you start talking about like your best friends, especially your ones that they're childhood ones, as you start moving on, it kind of plays also on that story of like be able to move on and kind of like continue your life. And I don't know, like this is exciting for me, and I really like how cute it looks. Just like Leonie was saying in the comments, like I really am excited for this one. Eagle.
I don't know. Yeah, I'll be completely honest. Like I think I'll watch it. I don't know what to say, man.
Stop lying. Stop lying. You're not gonna watch it. Stop lying. I don't know what lying to people like here.
No, yeah. This is not gonna be in my rotation.
Don't be TK. Oh, this movie looks amazing. This movie looks amazing.
Yeah, I actually likes Professor.
I'm gonna end up watching it. So
there you go.
The trailer for it played during before the Mario movie, and my fiance looked at me and gave me that look, and that look means date night. So that's what we're gonna be watching on date night. And I have to concede that typically whenever she's chosen one of these girl-oriented Pixar, DreamWorks looking movies, they've tended to end up being pretty good. So if this tracks like how some of the other ones that I've seen tracks, it'll probably end up being better than the Mario movie was.
That's not a hot take. The trailer alone is doing more.
And I guess that's my ultimate point, because when you're looking at it and you're kind of thinking about where things are, right? You put Mario on something and it's crap and people go to see it. Then you put a girl in something and it's almost like we hold it to a higher standard, even though we know it's already better.
Good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
I haven't seen Mario, so
don't.
No,
don't do it to yourself. Wait.
I have to do it for the kids, though,
bro.
So I have to subject myself to
that. You keep delaying, bro. And then it's like, oh, it's streaming.
Yeah. If they're not hardcore Mario fans, like, don't do it, bro. You can wait.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude, it was what? TK, it was what? Halfway through the film? We're like, what's going on here? What's the story? What is going on here?
Whack.
It was
whack.
It was all over the place.
Yeah.
And like we mentioned it in our reaction, it just felt like this was not Super Mario's film.
What did you say, TK? It felt like shorts, whatever, right? It felt like rapid.
Yeah. Like I felt like I was scrolling through TikTok. Yeah. Because it was one scene, you'll get like 10, 15 minutes of action, and all of a sudden, boom, where's something else? And it was move on. Yeah. And no.
And they destroyed Bowser the character. Like
I'll say this: what was the last movie, like the last film by DreamWorks? Because I don't remember. I feel like they disappeared for a little bit.
I'm not gonna say the Dragon one because that's a live action one, right? Because whenever they did the live action one, so I'm not gonna say that. But in terms of animation,
that's
a good call. The Wild Robot, 2024 September.
Before that,
Kung Fu Panda 4 was before that.
Kung Fu Panda ran too long, bro.
That one.
Kung Fu Panda ran too long. Like I think after the second film, you're like, all right, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I kind of agree too.
And DreamWorks, that's a great point by Eagle. DreamWorks feels like a forgotten animated studio in light of Illumination. Nobody's comparing to Pixar. Pixar's the GOAT.
Yeah.
But Illumination has been hitting these $900, $800 billion home runs, and people forgot about DreamWorks. Because what do you got for DreamWorks, right? Isn't it Shrek? Right? It's Shrek.
Madagascar, and Kung Fu Panda.
No, in the Dragon. How to Train Your Dragon.
How to Train Your Dragon as well.
Okay, so out of those 4 franchises, which is the one that are making money? Shrek, the new Shrek's coming out next year or this year, whenever that's coming out. Kung Fu Panda, you gotta end it. I know people love Jack Black, but that's it, dude. Like, we gotta move on from that. But that's a good point, Eagle. I think DreamWorks, they need a hit. We kind of forgot about them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This might be it. Hopefully for them.
No, and again, it's unique. We haven't seen this type of story before, so yeah, it's not for us. So hopefully that the people that like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it also has a feel of that Netflix movie that really blew up recently. Oh my god, I can't remember the name of it right now.
So, aesthetically,
yeah.
The K-pop Demon Hunter thing.
Yeah, the K-pop Demon Hunter ones.
It does
has the same vibe to it.
It does look similar aesthetically to them. Yeah.
Yeah, so it might obviously we might not be the demographic, but it looks like they have an idea who they're going for, and to get it into the theaters, and hopefully, for DreamWorks' sake, they're able to pull it off. All right, the next one that they kind of mentioned in CinemaCon, I'll be able to talk a little bit more about this one. It's Violent Night 2. They just provided new updates on this film, and the major one was that Kristen Bell will be joining as Mrs. Claus to this new franchise. Have you guys seen the film? I know the kid hasn't. No, okay. So just to kind of give you guys a summary, this is a pretty much disgruntled Santa Claus. He's tired of being Santa Claus, and he's just going to day to day, kind of like just delivering his gift and going back home, right? And he just so happens to be going to his family, and this family all of a sudden is in the middle of being kidnapped. And
hold on, is this the guy pretending to be Santa Claus, or he's actually Santa Claus in the story?
He's actually Santa Claus.
Okay, all right.
He's actually Santa Claus, and he basically, somewhere in his heart, he's reminded, is like, hey, I'm Santa Claus. I'm supposed to be like bringing happiness to the world, and this little girl kind of like was going through this trouble, and he basically became Kung Fu Panda inside of this house, trying to bring free protection to his family, ends up saving the whole family. It's very, very bloody, it's very, very gory. Santa Claus gets beat up really, really badly, but it was kind of like this Christmas movie / comedy / action film to it. It kind of caught my attention. Me and my family enjoyed the film when it first came out. I don't know about having a second film about this one, though. As what the hell are you going to do with the storyline? And I get you bring Kristen Bell, but I guess I will have to know more about this film before we can actually.
I feel like this looks like for those very niche horror.
Yeah.
The Nightmare Before Christmas boys, right? Like, it's just Christmas, it's Halloween, choose. Like, I feel like this is one of those types of Elseworld stories. This is not your typical Santa kind of thing. And if you like that gory stuff, and David Harbour, he needs to come back, man. Stranger Things was horrible. He needs to come back. Remember he did Hellboy, right? Hey, David.
Yeah, he did.
Hey, David, we didn't forget, right? We just don't talk about it, but we didn't forget. We saw that one. For the 5 people that saw Hellboy in the theaters, that movie was horrible. Ron Perlman's the best Hellboy. But jokes aside, and by the way, good for him. He's on HBO Max right now, doing a good series. It's pretty good for him for his comeback. But yeah, listen, you saw the film. This looks like it's going to appeal to a certain demographic that like that type of movies. And if the first one was successful, I don't know whether the box office said it was or not, or critically. Christian Bell is an interesting inclusion for any film. Christian Bell is a lot associated with Disney, right? She's a lot of Disney stuff, but she always does. Oh yeah, she's the Frozen girl. She does a lot of events for Disney. Yeah, she does. She voiced one of the sisters, Elsa or Anna. She's on a lot of events for Disney, and the cool thing about Christian Bell is that she's also done some raunchy stuff, right? She was in that comedy. What's that comedy? Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So, that was a great movie.
Correct. Unlike Ben Stiller. So, I can see Christian Bell coming in here and doing that stuff because we've seen her do other types of films, and she's very versatile, man. She's done a lot of stuff.
She's
on Netflix. She has all these series. Didn't she do Veronica Mars? So again, she's well liked and she's a good actress, and I just hope David, could do a comeback.
Yeah, so the first film ended up grossing about 76 million worldwide, with a modest production about 20 million.
What year?
This came out in 22.
Okay, so for what it was,
and it had a strong opening with 13.4 million on that first weekend. So I kind of expect the kind of pulling out like the same numbers. I don't think they'll be successful enough, especially for the holiday film. Just something to go with the family, watch some violence, and call it a day. All right, this one is for the kid, and obviously also for me. Like, we're gonna go and see. They were talking about the Odyssey, the new Christopher Nolan film. Kid, talk about it because I know you're
listen.
excited
So
about
Matt Damon is Odysseus in this film. Anybody, the Odyssey is based on Homer's novel, or back in the day, his written stories, summaries of the Odyssey. It's essentially Odysseus after the Trojan War takes a year-long odyssey, quote unquote, to get home. And when he gets home, he has to fight out suitors for his wife. His whole country is in disarray. So it's the journey of Matt Damon after the Trojan War going home, and then he encounters a Cyclops. He encounters all kinds of obstacles and adversity through, quote unquote, the Odyssey to get home. I heard this is 4 hours. I heard it's 4 hours.
Oof.
I heard the beginning of the film is the Trojan War, the end of the Trojan War, where the horse literally goes into the walls of Troy, where they're idiots and they allow the horse to get in. In the story. Great cast, right? This has Robert Pattinson. This has Tom Holland, Matt Damon, and Chris Nolan he's on fire recently. Right? He's been hitting home runs. Most of his films are great. Some of them are missing, but this one is. I love Greek mythology, so I'm a sucker for that. So I'm super excited to see. As much as Nolan for me is a top director of his era. I'm not saying he's the top director, but he's a top director of his era. The best thing about Nolan, and I don't know if Jonathan is as well writing it as well, his brother. But the best thing I love about Nolan films is Nolan's always obsessed with the psychology of the mind of the person. That's what I love about it. And I think here he's going to show, I'm assuming, Matt Damon's character, Odysseus, psychologically go through the years struggle, because in the book it's like over 5 years for him to get home. So that's what I want to see the most. And we kind of saw some pictures. There was a teaser that came out earlier in the year. The cinematography as Nolan films is amazing. So this film is going to be, I don't know, what's it called? Oppenheimer was amazing. So this could be another home run for Nolan, and I'm just very excited about this one.
Yeah, I think you took exactly what I was going to say. I think that this is probably going to be the film of the year for this year. I guess, just the story itself, Christopher Nolan tie-in, the casting, like everything just looks like this is going to be the one that's going to really stick out this year.
Remember, he also did a war movie before, Nolan. So this is not the first time. Yeah, he did a war movie.
Which one?
I forgot what it's called. I can't think of it right now.
The Battle of
No. It's like World War I, World War II. It came out a couple years ago. Oh my god.
Yeah, but it's focused on a specific battle.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I forgot the title of the film, but he did.
Dunkirk.
There you go.
Dunkirk.
Yeah. So he already did a historical piece under his belt. So.
Then Dunkirk came out in 2017. That's been a while. That's been a while.
Well, his last movie was also with the Batman guy, Tenet. Patterson, yeah, It was Tenet.
Well, hold on? Didn't he do Oppenheimer? What was his last film?
Before Oppenheimer, yeah.
And then it was Tenet with Denzel's kid and Robert Pattinson.
And Robert Pattinson, yeah.
Yeah, and Robert Pattinson in this film as well.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
He gets fixated with certain actors.
He does, but he's obsessed with Alfred. What's it called? Oh my god. Jeez. Oh, geez, what's his actor's name? Oh my god. Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. He loves him some. Oh Oh my God, what's his name? Oh my God, Shawshank Redemption guy. Jesus, Lucius Fox, bro. Morgan Freeman. He loves him some Morgan Freeman. Cillian Murphy. He loves Cillian Murphy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So Matt Damon, ride that Christopher Nolan wave.
Professor, you have anything?
I am.
Now that I'm thinking about it, Matt Damon also appeared in his movie about Mars with Matthew McConaughey.
Interstellar.
Interstellar. There we go.
Oh, and who's in Interstellar? Who's also in this film? Anne Hathaway. Who's also in The Dark Knight Rises. This is her third film with Chris Nolan.
Oh, shit.
When he likes somebody, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Making some money.
Anne Hathaway's in this film. I'm watching it now. Yeah, I love her. She's amazing.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. Ticket bought already. All right. Do you have anything to say about this, Professor? Do you have any takes?
I am cautiously optimistic because the thing with Nolan is, I feel like the bigger the budget gets, the worse the movie is for him. Like, if you keep it small, you keep it compact, you keep it limited to like one or two characters, he's decent there. But then when you say Nolan universe, he just goes crazy. And the next thing you know, you stop and you're like, this movie doesn't make sense. Because I don't care what anyone says. Inception is not a good movie. I'm sorry, it's just not.
It's not rewatchable.
It
really isn't. I saw it one time, and I'm like, okay, I love the ending. Anyways,
and honestly, a lot of his movies aren't rewatchable. Batman Begins isn't rewatchable.
Oh, you're going farther.
Oh,
I'll tell you this though. You know what's not rewatchable? I'm gonna get hate for this. The Prestige.
The Prestige is also not. I completely agree with you. Mm-hmm. And the thing with Batman Begins is, if you're a comic book nerd, you'll happily watch it again because it's a Batman movie.
Correct.
But if you're not, you're never gonna watch the movie again. Like if it's on TNT or on anything else, and you'll be like, oh, miss me. You're changing the channel. Like it is like Dark Knight. What is Dark Knight Rises? Most people on Earth have only seen that movie one time, including comic book nerds. I've only seen it twice, and I'm or at least I was a huge Batman fan.
Hey, like, I'm not gonna have this. But not as serious as yours.
That's on the record,
I was born in the darkness. Like yes. I mean the quotes are hilarious.
Hold on. Hold on. That dialogue with Bane
is hilarious, but that's the problem. Because Bane is not supposed to be hilarious. Bane's supposed to be terrifying. When you hear, I was born in the darkness, you're like, oh my God, look at this little guy you laugh, joking with Batman. It's
not... and I didn't know Bane was British too.
Correct. He's supposed to be Brazilian.
Like no, he's Mexican.
Oh my bad. Oh, Mexican, my bad. Yeah. Like, come on. Yeah.
He's a luchador.
It don't make sense.
No, listen, I don't know. Bane, listen, I'm not the biggest Dark Knight Rises fan, but I love the Bane clips, right? Like, if you just give me Bane, the movie's great. The story is horrible. You know what's interesting? How many rewatchable films could we name of Nolan? For me, The Dark Knight, right? For sure. I watched that movie at least 50 times, 100. The Dark Knight's the GOAT for me. Jesus, now I'm trying to think, right? Like, you think about it. Because
I'm pulling up the list right now.
I would argue
Insomnia is one time, dude. Insomnia is one time.
I would argue even The Dark Knight. I think with The Dark Knight, part of the appeal there is that if you're a Batman fan, you're like, yeah. But if you're not, again, you're not going to watch the movie again. I would argue more people have rewatched Infinity War than Dark Knight.
Well, I would assume as well, considering the fame of the MCU. Absolutely. That's not a hot take. What's a better film, The Dark Knight?
Absolutely. But it don't matter if nobody's watching your movie.
It's $1 billion film?
Yeah.
It's the greatest comic book movie ever? I don't know what you're
I don't think that means anything. I don't think that means anything anymore.
It's literally one of the best stories ever told in comic book world.
Have you ever seen the movie Heat?
Yeah.
That's Dark Knight Rises.
Correct.
That's why
have you seen the Batman is 7? The Batman is 7.
What do you mean the Batman is 7?
Batman 2022 Matt Reeves is essentially 7.
What about it?
The movie 7.
7 what?
with Brad Pitt.
There's a movie called Seven.
There's a movie called Brad
Oh,
Pitt.
gotcha. I'm like, what is he saying? Yes, there is.
That's essentially, but nobody gives a fuck. The Batman's great.
But what I'm also saying is when you're saying nobody gives a fuck, that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying that as time passes, people care about these movies less and less. They're time capsules. So like when you're around like for that time and you have like the nostalgic feeling of watching it, you latch onto it. But then 5 years pass, 10 years pass, 15 years pass. And if people aren't constantly rewatching your movie, it gets forgotten about. And I think that happens very quickly and very easily. So like, for example, Avengers 1 is a great example of what I'm talking about. Do you remember what it was like when that movie came out? Everything stopped. Is it relevant anymore? No. Why? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't fit modern viewing. It just doesn't.
Yeah, but you could make the argument that 90% of films are time capsule films.
Exactly, which is why only 10% make it past. And what I'm saying is similar to music. It's very difficult to predict what that 10% is. And
some movies are transcendent. They pass the test of time.
Exactly.
Some movies are you're like, this is a masterpiece. It's going to be here for 40 years. There's a reason why the film registry, because then every film gets invited to be part of the film registry. I get it. Like The Godfather, right? The Godfather.
Exactly what I'm talking about.
The Godfather is not rewatchable to the modern audience. A 22-year-old is not going to watch The Godfather.
Nope.
But he can't. But he objectively, because subjectively he can't like it. It is what it is. But objectively, that's a top 5 film in the history of films.
But what about Scarface?
I love Scarface. It's more popular than The Godfather.
Exactly.
But it's not as good as The Godfather.
But we would all say that The Godfather is a better film. But as time passes, it started like this. But year after year, it gets like this because nobody's watching this.
Until you watch The Godfather. Hold on. Until you watch The Godfather, after you see Scarface, you're like, wait a minute. One's a steak, the other one's tuna.
Our children will never be able to watch The Godfather because they won't have the attention spans.
That's true.
So it won't matter. They'll be like, this is too long. I'm turning it off. And that will be that.
That's true. Well,
it's like going back and watching like Gone with the Wind or Wizard of Oz. Like you stop and you're like, okay, I appreciate it for what it is, but I'll pass.
Wow. So you say that's interesting. So you could make that argument with any film, or like Casablanca. Casablanca is historic. I love that film. But to your point, who's watching that film now?
You're right. But what? Like, have you ever seen Dracula, the original?
The 30s?
Mm-hmm.
No, I saw Nosferatu.
Mm-hmm. The original, right?
The original one. That was rough. That was. I'm trying to lock my door.
Exactly. So, but what I'm saying is that when you're a contemporary to the movie, there's a certain way we judge it, but we never quite know what's going to stick. And then when you kind of see, sometimes the movie that sticks isn't the one that you would expect. That's what I'm saying. So when you're looking at greatest comic book movie of all time, we would all say Dark Knight Rises, Dark Knight, blah, blah, blah. But year after year, it just...
Yeah.
And Nolan, for being one of the greatest directors of all time, he has never made a Jaws. He doesn't... When you compare Nolan to Spielberg, you realize that Spielberg completely cleans him. Jurassic Park.
That's Spielberg, though.
Was he?
Spielberg.
But that I know, TK, but that's Nolan. And Nolan is essentially this generation's Spielberg. But to your point, TK, how dare anyone compare themselves to the great Steven Spielberg? Exactly my point. Because all of Spielberg, a good chunk of Spielberg's movies, you can pick up right now, and you're good to go.
He makes timeless classics.
But they're also great, like Jurassic Park.
Like Jaws.
Yeah.
Jaws too. You can watch Jaws in 60 years and be like, I'm not gonna go I'm not gonna go swimming today. It's all good.
Exactly.
Where's
Steven
that pool?
Spielberg is the whole reason why people are afraid of sharks. One man.
Yeah.
One man.
He ruined the beach for everyone.
Yeah. Cujo.
You know, and to your point, as much as I like Nolan, because I used to love Nolan. I saw The Dark Knight Rises, I got the hell out of there. As much as I like Nolan, Steven Spielberg films are more rewatchable.
Absolutely, because he's
Not
better.
all of them. Hold on, because that AI crap was trash. Not all of them. That AI was horrible.
Listen, when you got a 100 movie catalog, 20
you gotta hit some misses. Yeah. And a Minority Report, it's all right.
I love Minority Report.
The book is better. Anyway,
yeah.
But you can't hate on his run from 75
absolutely
to 96. 97, 96. A good
Absolutely.
20-year run.
Around there. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say like what, 5 bangers, 6 bangers?
Absolutely.
I'm talking about masterpiece.
Yeah. But here's my hand grenade. Nolan's hits are misses. That's my point.
I don't know about critically.
I hear a lot of hate.
Critically. So critically, you lose the argument because critically, Nolan has better critics like Nolan's films more than Spielberg. Critically,
Sure.
I'm not saying me. The fans love Spielberg more than Nolan. Is that
Sure.
that makes sense? Yeah, because
Sure.
Nolan's films are historically 9 point somethings. You can't say that about Spielberg, bro.
Sure, but year
Robert
after year.
Williams. For example, Robert Williams.
Like, can I agree with what the professor says? Like, when you start talking about films like Jaws, right? Indiana Jones, like these films have surpassed their time, and there are some people who will go back and watch these films and be able to enjoy more than to say go back and watch one of those Christopher Nolan films that after you watch it one time you're like, okay, cool, I enjoyed it, but I'm gonna move on.
And then you stop and you say, I barely even understood it.
You're not wrong.
And then Nolan's like, come on.
Yo, Oppenheimer is a great example. Masterpiece of a film. Only see it once.
Yes. Oppenheimer, though, I think is his greatest work, personally.
I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it too.
And it was trash.
I don't think it was trash. What do you mean?
It was bad. It was bad. It wasn't, I don't know. For me, it was like,
it's not entertainment, it's art, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. That's him countering the argument that I made. He said, "No, Justin, I have made a legendary film." Correct. Did
you see Dunkirk?
Turned it off.
Okay. Wow. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
I was like, why am I watching this propaganda? I'm good.
Yeah.
All right, and then the last one that I have in my slot will be Illuminations, Minions, and Monsters. First look, obviously, we already know what this is. Professor, I'll let you go talk first. You haven't had a chance to go first.
Listen, if there are minions in it, I'm there. There's nothing else. There's nothing else to add. Minions, me, boom, done.
Is this the one that we saw in Galaxy?
Yes. So it's basically the story is the Minions fall in love with Hollywood. They want to go ahead and become Hollywood stars, and because they can't make it, they release a bunch of monsters into the city.
Oh, shenanigans allure.
Typical Minion shenanigans, exactly.
This is part 3, right, of the Minions? Is this part 3?
I think so. I think so, actually.
Right? Because I know Despicable Me 4 is coming out. Minion, I think this is Minions 3. So Illumination is getting like, we're about to make some money.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to make some money because the kids can't get enough of the Minions. Yeah. Nobody can understand them and they're hilarious. So
this will be the third film for the Minions. So they had Minions in 2015.
So if you look at the previous
Minions, The Rise of Gru in 22.
That's what it was. The Rise of Gru was so underrated. I thought it was great. The little Gru, I thought it was so good. It was actually, to Illumination's credit, a little Pixar-y, right? Like, you think it's X, and it's actually emotional. So you're like, wait, what? Groot is emotional? Okay, this is. For example, the first one, right? Despicable Me. I fought for years. I'm not gonna watch this movie. I finally saw it. I was like, it's actually emotional because he gets those 3 little girls. Again, Illumination's taking a copy and paste from Pixar to a degree.
Which is smart for them.
No, to a degree, because I can't give them full credit because Galaxy came out and we all saw Galaxy. There was no emotion. Galaxy ruined anything they had going for them. But anytime there's Minions in a 90-minute film with kids, and especially depending what time this movie comes out, what month and all that stuff, if this is a summer film, just give them the money now.
Yep.
So, yeah.
What do you think, Ego?
Yeah, the Minions are fun. Just like the kid said, can't barely understand what they say, but their actions speak louder, right? They're funny. I'll say this: Illumination, bro. They come up with, like, if you think about it, they haven't necessarily branch it out into different films, right? Like they have one or two films. I think they took it out of DreamWorks page, like book, in the sense of like, hey, you have something that works, like the Minions and Gru and everything, and you just basically just pound on it and you make different stories. They're rewatchable and people still go for them. So yeah, I think that this is easily like $800 to $1 billion movie.
This movie comes out on July 1st.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
This movie, we talked about this.
Yeah,
this
have you guys seen the trailer?
This movie comes out a week after Supergirl, about 2 weeks after Supergirl. This is going to take everybody's money July 1st. Toy Story comes out a month before. Toy Story is smart. They're like, we don't want a piece of these boys. So that's smart. Get your money for a month before these guys come, and they rack up July. So that's smart. Remember, these are also the same guys who are doing The Secret Life of Pets, right? They did Sing. They did Migration. Illumination is...
Yeah, they did.
It's not Pixar.
Nope.
But, they're doing a Barbie movie, too. Animation.
I'll probably end up having to watch that, too. So... it is what it is.
Were you wearing pink? Were you wearing pink?
I was not wearing pink. I was wearing red, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Close enough.
Yeah. Listen, I got to keep the peace in the house. Shit.
Yeah. All right, and that was the last one in our list. Is there anything else that I missed that you guys want to talk about?
Just excited for tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so tomorrow, give us a little quick rundown, kid. What we're expecting tomorrow?
Tomorrow's going to be amazing. So tomorrow's going to be Street Fighter trailer in the morning. We're going to put that later in the night. We're going to rewatch it. Hey, listen, Ken Masters is my boy. Ryu is my boy, so I'm excited to see that. And then in the afternoon, in the early afternoon, we're going to get Paramount. They're going to, Tom Cruise galore. So the Tom Cruise fans are going to be happy. They're Fast and Furious and all that stuff. And then the GOAT's coming. He's finally coming. He's finally here. We're going to get there's going to be the new CEO's first time in CinemaCon by the new guy who took over. And there's a lot of rumors of Doomsday. When hopefully the trailer comes out, that will break the internet. But if it doesn't come out, they still expect casts and trailers and all that stuff to premiere. And then they're going to announce so many more things they haven't told anybody yet. So Disney's the one that I'm more excited about this week, only because the Batman 2 didn't get the love. So we have to now go to Disney.
Yeah, tomorrow's definitely going to be very, very exciting for us. We'll be live again. It will be our final night of CinemaCon. And we're going to close it off with a big bang with Disney and hopefully a Doomsday trailer.
I'm just warning everybody. I'm going to be unbearable tomorrow. Unbearable.
Especially that trailer comes out.
Yes.
If that trailer comes out,
my God.
Ryan Reynolds, Tom Holland, all these people on that damn trailer, except for Mark Ruffalo, who dies in Spider-Man. If everybody who's in that movie is going to be in that, it's going to be like, all right, guys, all we have is Matt Reeves. Here's my money. Take anything you want.
I thought you were making a movie. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Oh, Tom Cruise, it doesn't matter.
Dude, we saw Cyclops for 2 seconds in his suit. And I was like, this is 1993 over again. What are we doing? Where's my money? Here you go.
It's not necessary. Don't even worry about it.
Imagine how they're going to tie all the universe together. And then in the last 2 seconds of the trailer, you see Robert Downey full suit as Dr. Doom. And you're like, oh my God. Jesus.
I think if they show that, it's over. That was it. Game over. Tell everybody go home. Call it a night.
You know what's about it? They don't need to. They can just do a voiceover. That trailer is going to be so epic that even if they don't even include Robert Downey, but if they do include Robert Downey, it's Vince Carter dunking 2,000 against the France. It's over.
I'll point out one other thing too. We know nothing about that Doomsday movie, and we also really know nothing about the Spider-Man movie either.
First of all, the plot.
Mm-hmm.
Either one, we don't know.
That's such a Genius marketing by Disney.
People have theories, but we don't even know. We don't even know who the Spider-Man villain is.
No, and they're still holding off to all these damn things. And to your point, because you're the one who's doing the professor theories. Somehow Spidey's going to connect to Doomsday.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it because it keeps us guessing all the damn time. And when that trailer comes out, I guarantee we're gonna have a hell of a lot more questions than answers. We're gonna be wait, hold on. What's Jean Grey doing here? But she's supposed to be in Spidey over here. What Hugh Jackman is still here? Like what X-23? Like, Ryan Reynolds. Like it's gonna be money galore for Disney. Tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Toy Story 5, right? New clips, a lot of new stuff is gonna happen tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So very, very excited. Go ahead and join us tomorrow for day 4 of CinemaCon. We'll be live just as we were today at around 10 o'clock. We're going to be covering all the news. And then, tomorrow's going to be pretty much the big day for us. All right, any final thoughts?
Nope.
I hope Street Fighter is good. I'm excited to see this damn trailer. I hope it's good.
All right, well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Let us know what you thought about everything that came out today. If you think have a different opinion than we have, let us know in the comments below. And until next time, fellow nerds, this is Nerd Breaking News. We'll see you tomorrow.